But yeah, for now, the ETS3 meme has been, if anyone does real-world truck driving and you see any videos of that, any live streams of that, like Trucker Dylan kind of thing, he's playing ETS3. That's the joke of ETS3, okay? Because it's the graphics get so much better that now we've got realistic graphics in games. But still, you know, that's ETS3. That's the joke of ETS3. Hello, Huff. How you doing? Welcome in. First thing I will do is I will blind you. Just about. There we go. This is hostile. There's a lot of stuff in this playlist. Let's go visit Calais. Let's have a look. My eyes! The buses and the coaches, those should be very nice. We're going to be trying those out when DLC comes out. There's one coming to TMP specifically, and there's one DLC. So you're going to be getting 4, that was 3, 4 coaches of some sort. Be interesting to try those out. The one that's coming to TMP specific as like a project thing is the Mercedes one. No, SS hasn't directly worked with TMP, no, because we're not, we're an unofficial thing. There have been many times where we've crossed paths before. One acknowledges the other, it's pretty damn cool. Whenever there's an in-game event, World of Trucks thing, TMP just swarms to that. We do those jobs, those are things. The CD Road is acknowledged, their SES knows of it, they know of its history, things like that. What would we be able to fully collab on? If you were to see a thing that, like, SES posts something that TMP does, what would it be then? Worm? Calling someone a worm? That's probably a bad translation, isn't it? Old map, new map. Old map isn't too bad. If you go and play on single player, you can still find the current or old version of CD. If you go back in time quite a bit, you can find the older version of Calais as well. Older version of Duisburg. Quite a lot. If TMP was considered official, yes. They do have their own multiplayer, but it will never be to the scale of this, I think. The engine of the game and the performance and such needs to massively improve before that. We've had to do a lot of optimizing. I don't know how they've done it to make this kind of stable with a few hundred players. So the fact that they've stuck to their I don't know why I did reckless for that, should have done blocking. The fact that they're sticking to their little 8-ish, you can bring it up than that if you edit the files a bit. 8 is a fine number to use. Time you got stuck in traffic because you forgot to change your sensitivity. Oh, well done. You quickly went to the service. That's good. That's good. That's what you should do. They did. Someone recently from ProMods, one of the map devs. I think I linked it in the Discord as well. So there is a chance where some people can go up to that. If you have the skills, you can use those skills. It's definitely going to be on his CV. You know, his resume. Of course. On the exact corner. Oh, this isn't too bad because it's kind of out the way, even though a lot of traffic has to go around this way now. Before those roadwork areas, not many people would go this way. Because, of course, you'd go this way, or you'd just go out the city this way. There's no need to go all the way around, but now they're all forced to go all the way around and out that way. Which is good. Which is good. You buy a Renault, enjoy. Renault is nice. Renault's okay. It's not the best in terms of power. It may not look the best, but you know, it works. It's fine. London Sim 2 with big exhausts. That should be pretty chill. London's pretty chill anyway. But Sim 2 is also quite chill. Kirky's Quarry in base game? No, that's not quite how that works. It'd be interesting to see what he works on, because apparently he's still working for ProMods. So he's working for both. That's going to be interesting. Caught up with your friend. Guy bought DDR5, 32 gig for 500 euros. Good lord. Well, it's DDR5. They're still quite expensive. I think the prices have settled a little bit for RAM. They're still quite high. But there was the main spike, and I think they've still dropped a little bit. Remember the GPU spike when people used to keep scalping them and using them for the AI boom? Or Bitcoin mining or things like that? Man, that was a time, eh? That was when the 30 series was the top-notch kind of stuff. Happy fishing? Hello, Moscow. Welcome in. 100k in India. It's a lot. RAM is expensive. Please take care of your PCs. I don't know what the major difference is. You'd have to look that up. Slightly faster. Yes, higher number means generally better, but that is for a non-PC nerd take on it. I have no idea. Back in my day, yeah, no, back in my day, I could buy a whole new PC for about £1,000, £2,000, you know. Nowadays, no. But a lot of people, if you really need one, you'd buy the entire thing out of new. Memory shortage. Yeah, because GPU, VRAM. VRAM as well. I think they've already started going up as well. Now you upgrade piece by piece if you really need it. So, best trailer for the most money. I don't know if the trailers actually make a difference. Unless you take a category of trailer. You... like refrigerated jobs, that kind of thing. I don't know if there's a difference. You need to fully study that. Someone needs to make a spreadsheet and go full nerd into that. I don't think trailers specifically make a difference. Owns trailers, if that's what you mean. Re-editing. Yes. Well, I mean, I ended the stream, so then I had another hour or two of just resuming whatever I'd normally be doing, so I just edited a bit. Why not? There was no VOD to export for that day, because it was only 15 plus minutes. So. But I did sort a few more things out this morning. Very good. Duisburg, no, this is Calais. We'll head over to Duisburg soon. Mr. Days, we didn't need to spend over 1,000. Shame. Them's the life. That's what it's like now, eh? KC, welcome in. Truck Starling, welcome in. Pretty chill at the moment here, actually. Not too bad. I say that, knowing full well it's going to jinx it. Look at that car. 200 quid. I have no idea what mine was. Because it was full of, like, the pre-built, you piece together the items for it. You could probably, if you were to search it up, and then at the time, and there's probably a chart of how much they cost for that time. This PC is now about 4-ish, 5-ish years old. The YouTube one is last. Nice. Back in my day, well, son, let me tell you, the stories of the whole back in my day, back in like your current granddad's day, it would have been, you know, adventures they had, things like that. Nowadays, it's going to be like, back in my day, we didn't have AI. That's a wild opener. Back in my day, I did the research for my projects myself. Yeah. Son, did you know there was a website once upon a time called Wikipedia? It was very useful. Teachers didn't like it, though. It's going to be like that. Big Wiki. Wiki's very nice, but they don't like you using Wiki because it can be edited by other users. So what the trick was to use the sources that Wikipedia sources, and then use those as your source. Yeah. I think one of the pieces I had to do for whatever it was, you had to have, I think, around 5 to 10 different source types. So one of them I had to get something from a book, various different websites, and I think I had one line of some very generic statistic or abbreviation for something from Wikipedia. That was the only thing I had to source from Wikipedia, just so I got another source in there. Crazy. Should I say invented something? Yeah, it was the electric toaster or the electric something else. Yeah, there was a whole video made on it, and they made up a guy's name for it. And he was nearly put on a coin, nearly put in a sort of commemorative, all those kind of things. Crazy stuff. Coco, welcome in. AMD, C, Bassam, welcome in. Appreciate new people joining. Hope we're all doing well. So I didn't want to fly all the way down the road. We stop a bit and we just observe. Just for a bit. Good, you've cancelled it. Are you gonna... Oh, you may not want to keep doing that for much longer. People coming, people coming, people going. Ooh. Hey, because he went around the car. But how did the car crash? I want to know how the car crashed in that scenario. Oh, already reported. That was quick. That browse for a different report. Remember 183. Hello, Emily. Clam. 98 XP and 7. Oh, remember the old startup sounds of those? I keep seeing videos on my TikTok feed and things like that as well of the nostalgic stuff. So back in the early 2000s, like how colourful everything was. The early, like, whatever that style of Windows was, where everything was glossy and see-through. Oh, man. Take those things for granted, eh? You can ask a question, Scarecrow. What's up? What sim is this? ETS2, Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're playing on a multiplayer mod that's made for that game. How many people banned in a day? Depends on the day. It varies. It varies. Uzbekistan, hello. What time is it? In Uzbekistan right now. Hello, Vampire. Welcome in. Big fan, big fan. Kaboo, welcome in. Sale tomorrow, short one. The spring sale, someone said, right? 10 p.m. Better go to bed soon. Now, what I wanted to look at wasn't the entire thing. It was here. Oh, because they got too close, I think. Because that one had to slam their brakes on and the car didn't expect that. So car swerved, but then the crash wouldn't have happened if this one didn't, you know? It's kind of because of this, because of this, because of this. You don't even need to follow Lizzie. Well, I still repost it because it's like a catalogue of what I work on. So my reposts contain not just her stuff. But, I mean, you know, you still should. You still should. Because that account is doing well. Well, I'm sworn in. There they are. Grease DLC, very good, yes. Very nice DLC. You paid, perhaps? Perhaps. This one. This person had no intent on really stopping. They just decided to keep going with it, but to the side. So, I will still do for the collisions, even though they hit the car and kind of bounced off where the car was. I know that was not their intention, but, you know. That still happened. Now, what was it? 183. 183 would be like a part 2 to that person, I guess. Let's take a look. At a ban? Sadly not. Sadly not. It's not up to me to just casually go and look at it. If you made your appeal, you'll just have to stick to that. May sound even better to you because it's coming from a Turkish guy. Hey, people can appreciate when there's a good area of the map. Ignoring any political or, you know, disruptions. If the map looks good, the map looks good. Be cool to eventually see more of Turkey, though. But... oh, look at that. Whoa. But of course, a lot of Turkey is not in the European area. Rework. Nothing else until the UK gets a rework. Exactly, exactly. Where are you from? I'm from the UK. I'm English. No, they don't realise it's a sim game. No, they just want to do as much as they can, as fast as they can. The amount of people that stick to 110 and they still think that's too slow. Inglés, yes. Hablo inglés. Next DLC. No. I'm saying that it would be nice to see more of Turkey, but we wouldn't because it's not in Eurotruck. It's technically in the Asian sector. I don't know why I call it sector. It's that area. Still not slowing down. Still not slowing down. What was the point in that? Are you relying on your brakes? Here I would have started slowing down. Even here. What's next? We don't know. We don't know yet. Because we can assume Iceland will come before Ireland. Good save, but this combined with... didn't you do something earlier back here somewhere? It is partially. The partially bit is the bit that's already in game, which is why you've got a smidge of it.
Huh?
That wasn't their fault necessarily. Good swerve to avoid a crash. Funny release Russia. Hey, I mean, if a certain something concludes over there, I think then they'd assess whether it's time to do that, yes. That'd be nice to see that area. But again, we have the European part of Russia already. The rest of it is going a bit further beyond, so I mean, if they can go a bit further beyond, then maybe they can for places like Turkey as well. You know? Iceland, yeah. What'd you take? Power Play 2. What is that? Power Play 2? See, that first overtake? But this... I mean, this is Here I think it's just a lack of preparedness. Like, what did you expect to happen? Did you genuinely want to swerve at the last second there? If you saw that and had no other context, you might kick. Hello, Bassam. Welcome in. Hello. Baltic Sea. Yeah, you'd probably need it, yes, to go up and then across. But by the time, if it ever comes out, Beyond the Baltic Sea will be considered an oldish DLC, so it'll still be pretty good. We've already banned it for the first part. This part is... It adds to it. But what I don't like doing is escalating one other thing based on what I've already seen. If you treat each one individually and don't blend them together, like, oh, he's done this in another one, whatever. That sort of thing. I don't know. It's a weird way to think about that. That's not as bad, and I'm not going to give them even more just because they've already got something for something else. You know? We do a bus convoy. I don't know about convoy, but you can definitely do the jobs in them, but you'd have to be careful. Yes. Because the passenger experience matters, you know? Addy, welcome in. Matey, welcome in. Like to take a car and drive with you. Not today. Not today. I have not driven in the car in a while. Whenever I drive in the car, it is usually as the police car, or maybe an undercover police car. Do you know you're lagging? I wouldn't do that while lagging.
Huh?
Oh, it's a mouse pad. Wireless rubber pad under a normal mouse pad so a wireless mouse can charge while playing. Really? Wouldn't that lessen the performance of it if it's charging? You like how you're not really supposed to use your phone while it's charging because it kind of messes with the battery a bit? Doesn't that mess with the mouse? Can it be any wireless mouse? That's a cool idea. What is this? This is along the CD road. Most people in this game should know about the CD road. I need to go this way. And the train line is this part. About a third of the way along. Swappable underplate. Interesting. Do you have a license? Well, not at the moment. I don't need to drive. So, it'd be nice to do it. But I'm not going to buy a car. Because where am I going? Best trailer for the CD road? A normal box trailer would be fine. It's only so that you can do /fix. Not going to buy a car. Why would I? That's my take on it. Why would I? What am I doing? Where am I going? Be nice to go to places because you have the freedom of using a car, but where am I going? I'm not going anywhere. Usually you wait a bit just to see if anyone tries to overtake. So, road trip? Or once in a while, yeah. Basically anyway, exactly. But I don't need to go anywhere then. Get a bike? Even then, I need to go to places to use it, wouldn't I? Isn't it kind of the idea, you know? Andy, welcome in. Only people with licenses should play TMP. Well, that would be interesting, but you know how a lot of people with licenses also cannot drive? They get their licenses taken away, they get arrested and such. That wouldn't really work, and we'd lose the majority of the player base as well. I want to recap that. Of course, he's already been potted. Of course he has. Of course. Of course. You just know if someone will. Here, you can't really live life normally. Where's here? I know if I was living in the US, I would definitely need a car. Because they have not made it walkable. It's not walkable there. You monster for nothing? Fabian, are you banned and you're upset about it? Turkey, really? You can't just walk into town? Is everything too far apart over there? Interesting. Here, it's one of these two. I don't know which one of these two tries to merge. It might be this one. Okay, you didn't need to push past them. Didn't need to push past them. I know the merge out was a bit unnecessary because they weren't indicating. But I'm not a fan of when people try and shove their way back in front. What is this road? Where's this road? Near Calais. Go to Calais and then you'll find a road after that, leading across into Germany. See, they've done the same thing to each other now. So one of them has kind of pushed back in front to try and keep their spot. Then the car does it again. And now they're even. They're basically equal now. So what really was the point of doing that? You can walk. 70% chance you get hit by a car. That needs to be fixed as far as the culture of the people driving then. Train them to be better at driving. But sadly, yes. I will tell you, you don't need to tell me. If you are a normal, fine driver, you don't need to worry about being on the stream. You don't need to worry about me seeing you. You should be fine. Should be fine. Increasing the server limit. That has been suggested before. I'm pretty sure that's been suggested before because you're not the first one to say that, bruh. Would be nice. So outside of CD, goes up to maybe 150. That'd be interesting. Not a bannable reason. If you feel that the appeal was declined because you say the person had a copy-paste text, of which some of it will appear the same, because they're quoting the rules, perhaps, you can go to feedback. And if feedback declines it, that means it absolutely is probably something bannable. Open map. Not here. We are looking here. Right now. Right here. Between these two little bits here. This road going across. That's where all the stuff happens. 90-something% of all the stuff in the damn game happens here. Hey! What are you screaming at? You screaming at this one, perhaps? Why do you call them the R word, though? What does that do? Why do people use that word just so casually? And their mother as well. What did the mother do? What the hell? Why you say that? Ah, like, yes, that's annoying. Yeah, don't do that. But really? 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 Was that absolutely necessary? Oh, they went quite far. Okay. What I do need to have a look at, though, just have something for reference. While they spawn in. Wait a minute, come back. Opinion about people driving the speed limit. You mean the speed limit of the roads? Completely fine. What's wrong with that? You can comfortably stay on this road and do most corners at about 80. The only corner you actually need to slow down for is the very sharp one before you end up in Duisburg. Over the bridge. That's about it. Everything else, 80 is fine. Some areas are 60. 80 should be fine. You don't have to go 110. Because that's Benelux is coming soon, yes. Which will wipe out most of this. Right, I'm not going to delete it yet, hold on. They're insulting the mother, though, man. They're insulting the mother. What are we doing? And I don't know what the rest of that means. Insane. Insane. It's not necessary. Don't do that. Finn, your luck will soon run out. Finn, your luck will soon run out. You can't just keep winning all the time. It's going to come crashing down sometime, hey? So I thought it was this one, but no, this one's been here the whole time. What you do in order to keep it going is you win some, and then the profits you win, not the entire thing, just the profits, you use those again. So you've always got something left. You know, the going the speed limit, unironically puts you in more risk than going 110. Explain. Risk of what? People hitting you? Yes, because you get the people that are impatient that think you have to go 110. That's not your fault, though. It's a form of an insult, yes. In this instance. So I will sort that out another time, because it's captured in this. Nice. Saw that one. Why would you do that? Bright green vehicle. Oh, and they've already... It's like you just know. You just know that someone's already been reported, because of course they have. All of these are just me going through them. Gosh. No, you don't have to go 110. No, exactly not. You meant accidents. Yeah. So if you're going 80 and you've got a bunch of people that try and overtake you, they'll probably push you to complete their overtake, that kind of thing. But none of that is your fault, though. They'll still do the bad thing, and then you get a video out of it. It's just win-win, you know? This one. I think it's this one. It's the only bright green car nearby. Ignore the laggy train. Leave it. There we go. I think they timed that quite well, but not well enough. Not well enough in this instance. Shame. Shame. Oh, Tesla. Green car. Disgusting. Bennett. Bennett because of the colour choice. Alien car. Yes. This is nice, kind of a metallic red. Well, only the part in the light is the part you see, eh? And Iveco. There was no Iveco in that picture. What do you mean? Laggy train, my beloved. Still works. Still functions. You hate it. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. Subbing to Patreon save you from bans? No. That would make us a lot of money, but no, sadly not. You can still be banned if you're a patron. You are just a player that chose, optionally, because a donation is an optional thing, to support it. Gossy, welcome in. Standard user, welcome in. How do you turn on interior lights? You've got the Scania DLC expansion pack. You can't turn on the LED badge inside your cab. That should, if you press F4... it should have some of your lights on. As long as your lights, not on full beam, but you know the highest normal beam? If you turn on 1, 2, and then roof auxiliary, I believe just everything then turns on. Backlight is behind your wheel. So not on the first instance, but the next one, I think everything should turn on. You started playing yesterday, welcome in. You don't really want to get banned. People are saying rec ban. You just want to know what that means. That means that someone has claimed someone else has done something and they're going to record them for it. So, has anyone said it here? No, ignore the bad words that were said. If they say like rec 123, that means player 123 has supposedly done something and then someone says they're going to record them. But a lot of the time, it is not actually something bad. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Can I read your appeal? No, not if you're screaming at me, especially, no. I may not have been the one that banned you. Cruel hate seeing it in frame? Exactly. Why is your rep limit not increasing? Are you only doing CD reports? Or are they not meeting the criteria of 1.4? Report people elsewhere. That was a bad word. No, I'm not saying... No. I'm saying now ignore the bad word. Because that's what we've been and done. What if you're not here tomorrow? What's that got to do with it? Rec is short for recorded. What was that speed for? You had no need to swerve. Oh, and he just does it again. So you're one of these reckless people, huh? You just go for it regardless, eh? What are you doing? Tomorrow will be another attempt of what we did on Tuesday. Driving. They just keep going until they physically can't anymore. That's what they do. Oh, and insulting. The bad one in Turkish. Nice. Is that a band? That definitely is, yes. I don't like when people do that. There's no point in doing that. It's kind of sad you can't see if the guy you reported got banned in chat. Exactly. It would be nice. And I think it's to limit, like, chasing up on it and kind of hunting down the person, that sort of thing. So I don't even think you see if your report was nice. Sorry, I didn't move there. If it was accepted or declined, it just shows that it was looked at. Hold up! No, I've said to Bassam, I've explained briefly. They said it's banned. Yeah, you can see that, like, a particular name got banned. You just have to remember if that's the one that you reported or not. I guess that's the closest. Keep telling them not to scream. No, I feel they will keep screaming. What's going on with traffic? This is just a busy place. This is the hotspot. That's what it is. This place has been busy for years. A ticket, like a warning thing. If we had a license system, you get points on your license. Okay, this one. I think someone... Did someone? Yes. Kayla did it. So my hands have to be off the keyboard now. Can we check some edits? If I happen to spot one in the wild. Otherwise, we take away from too much else of what we're doing. Let's look at that. Would be nice. There needs to be a kind of... maybe a limitation of that. Unless there's a toggleable thing where if you don't mind seeing it somehow, but maybe it's toggled to what it is at the moment by default, and then you have to change it. Not sure. This is going to be the whole report, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, this is a good one. Hello, Tomahawk. Welcome in. Crypto scammers? Hell yeah. Hell, was it the one that I deleted? I deleted a message this morning about a guy talking about LLM stuff. Oh, okay, it's not that. Compromised account. That one's Mr. Beast this time. They use different account names. Compromised account. Didn't they join this morning? I recognize that name. They joined this morning or something, didn't they? Or yesterday. No, different person. Never mind. Thank you for pointing that out. And we're still here. I've been learning Turkish. I know the bad words in Turkish, that's it. I know the bad words. With the light, should people be using both? What do you mean both lights? Page. Hellos. Any changes this month? No. There's likely a case that when they got to this queue, like they were in the jam and then they needed to go to the toilet maybe, or someone called them to do something else. And then sure enough, the moment they get up to go and attend to whatever it is, it's... you're not still going to be there, are you? Imagine. They are! Oh my god, well I can do this. For now then, I can just do that. It's just easy to do that. Finn, why are you spamming stars? What are you doing? It's just easy to do that. If they're still there, I just kick first anyway. It's totally fine. It's not the sort of malicious block where if they were with their trailer parked perfectly sideways across the road, that's a bit much. And maybe it has a bit of intent to it. Why do people use 2 lanes to go left? Or to the right in this case? They shouldn't, but I guess it helps a little bit with traffic flow. But what that does is blocks up the roundabout a little bit. Wrong lane. Which one just did that? Was it in the report? If it was in the report, they're gone. Hey, wait a minute. I just saw them merge back in. Call that last minute. Didn't put those stars? No, there's nothing limiting him speaking. In some channels you have links that automatically turn to stars and such. I don't think we have that. Adding 1 more lane? Exactly, we can't do that. Doesn't work. Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to use the roundabout, unfortunately. And that roundabout, thankfully you don't have to take like the 2nd or 3rd exit to go where you want. It's just the 1st exit, and if there was more than that, they wouldn't like that. It'd be so much worse. These two? Are you both gonna... I think you are. Hello, Darren. The white microwaves. Ignore the fact that they have actual engines. Just pretend you can't hear it. A 3rd one. They're multiplying. And it's off. Is going for it. Quick merge. Hey, bit of a slide. Here comes the 2nd one. 3rd one doesn't follow. Goes through this way a bit. Then cuts back across. Nice. I guess just to make sure they're in front of the triple, but the 2nd one doesn't do that. So it's only this one. Interesting. The lights to go left. Back before those walls were there to force you into the left lane before going to the side, people absolutely used to use all of the lanes to go left. They still try and push a bit further in because what the whole idea of what they're doing is that they go in whatever lane is fastest. If you're in the queue in the left-hand lane, that's fine. Then if the right-hand lane starts moving a lot more, you go in the right-hand lane. What's on the side of that? So is this heading towards CD or going back towards Calais? At the Calais intersection? It's hard to explain. I'm trying to visualize it. I think I know what you mean. Explain it a little bit more. Towards Calais. Okay. There's... Away from CD, yes. Why did you just let them clear the intersection? Holy crap, just because it turns green doesn't mean you have to actually push through it. Now they're truly stuck. Slip road and then you get to the lights. Yes. Oh, I see. So then you've got the left lane that's meant to turn that way and the right hand lane. Yeah, they will also use the right hand lane. Because it splits right at the end into 2 lanes. And they just do that because they think they're in the wrong lane anyway. Or whatever lane appears to be quicker. Sadly, yes. But no, in this case, it still works. Whatever lane is moving more, they will go into that lane. And then they'll have to switch back to the correct lane afterwards. Yeah, it doesn't say both. No. So not many of them do that, but they're not meant to do that if they do that. Here, it's not directing you that both have to go, you know, like he should technically go round. But the only problem happens when people want to go actually round or join the roundabout. Now the mod Connor, I know of them, yes. What about them? What has Connor done? That's not that busy at the moment. Interesting. Connor seems pretty famous. Which sim? 1. Sim 1. No win. Ah, you see. It all leads back to people being in a rush. That's just what it is. Whatever lane is moving fast, even if it's the emergency lane, which you shouldn't be in anyway. You know? Nice place. This looks nice. It's Calais. They get banned. Well, I just want to... There we go. Remember that. Keep that in mind. We look through the entire report. This is a report. So it doesn't matter how many times I replay it, the situation's already happened at some point. Now they're in the left lane. This is the correct lane to go towards the CD road. But will they change lane later? That was also very close. Yes, they will. Good job, good job. So now they're in the wrong lane. And at some point, they'll have to push in front of someone else, because of course they will. Yeah, on the right. I know which ones you mean. Yes. I've seen some people, you've got the two forward lanes here in this part, and they've got the one that turns up that way. People will cut across and then back. They will sometimes do that. That one looks like he's in the wrong lane as well, but... See, he's hesitating. Oh, well, then we're just going to push in here. Not how that works. Not how that works. But why? Why did you change lane to begin with, huh? Did you actually cut this one off? Oh, it was close. You kind of made them squeeze the barrier a bit there. One of these ones, I think it was before this, they cut the person off. I believe you also had this one. I think it was this one, yes. Because the back of their trailer does that. Yeah. Nice. Yog rages. And I understand the rage when that happens. I wouldn't be the type to scream at the top of my lungs when that happens to me, though. Yeah. Mix, shush. Don't say anything, shush. You never know. Tomes, welcome in. You never know. But that is basically Yogg's bit, where he screams at them and gets good content out of it, it seems. %. Good job. Yeah, so some would go this way and then cut across this way. Cars usually do that. But I know what you mean there with these two. Yes, people also go round like that. They think that because they can just merge from this lane and then they end up in the right-hand lane, but these ones need to take a bit of a gradual turn anyway. You know. They do that a lot. Don't say it was good content. Well, content is subjective, really. It's whatever you find funny. Like, a lot of people don't find my content good. How dare they? You know? Strange people. No, it's fine. It's totally fine. He screams on this road over CB and got banned. Nice. Yes, I believe some people were saying he got banned sometime recently. I don't know what it was for. I don't know if it actually enrages him. To some people, it could be like a thing that they're acting on top of it. I usually say that I understand it'd be a bit annoying if someone bumps into you and, you know, that kind of thing. You just sit there and go, really? You know? Like, that's it. That's all I do. Alpine, welcome in. It's different people, different reactions. Feel like he's acting. Well, then he's doing a good job at it because, you know, people like the content. Whether it's real or acting, people like it. That's the thing. That's his thing. That's what he's known for. Experiencing off stream? Oh man, I say all kinds of stuff. No, I do not. No, I don't. The only thing I do that's different from what I do on this stream is in some friends' chats, I say some very sus stuff sometimes. But here I don't. That's it. Wasn't there some short-form traffic test before joining Sim 1? The joke now is that we have Driving Academy, and people have suggested let them go through Driving Academy first. What sort of tests would you be thinking of then? What sort of thing would they want to make them do? Part of like a real-world quiz thing? Because that's different in loads of different countries. That's close, man. That's close. That's the only thing they did in this instance. You're not supposed to use that. That's for leaving the road, man. It's putting the person in danger because they went for it, not actually knowing if they would make it. So, 7 streams, Streak Mix. I appreciate that. Undertake at beginning. Oh, there was one a bit at the beginning. How early? They're already banned, don't worry. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. For some reason I just forgot about this, even though I remember seeing it. Yeah, okay, that counts. Nice. The guy bonked them a bit. So they are banned. Now the video will basically like have me pressing the button in the middle of the report rather than at the end. Getting better than me. Well, I don't have a very good memory in certain things, and chat does. So chat is an entity at this point. All of you, your collective minds merge together versus my one brain cell. I'm outnumbered, you know. Paid from ETS? No. Tutorial in the TikTok account? Well, there are some like generic tutorials. Some actually from years and years ago of like how to there was one of them that was at the original Brussels intersection on how to merge onto a road. Like a little quiz when you sign up and you make your account. Good lord, can you imagine? Knowing what a yield sign of the primary road sign is. Yes. They would need to be in various languages, of course, and they would need to show the different variations because, I mean, the only real difference is when it's written in English versus written in French. That sort of thing. That was close. See, I remember that. I see that. I saw that. At the start, I saw that. The Borg Collective, the Hive Mind. Doctor Who. Hello, Alan. I'm doing well. Hello, Yash. Back from the movies. What did you go and see? What did you watch? How was it? Don't do this, do that. Yeah, you could have a handful of those. Don't do this, do that. Yeah. That's a possibility. Already shows that? In a way, it does. Like this latest sort of meme comp that TMP themselves are posting. It's kind of like a how to do this, but it's also pointing out don't do this as well. Come on, there's no other way to turn other than that way, isn't there? Oh, I'm surprised. I thought you went immediately. That was close. The only thing they did then is the beginning little, which in hindsight isn't much. I'm the star. Ooh. Like this, yeah, that's a bit bad. That's a bit bad. You did nudge that one out of the way, actually. So, a bit more than a bit bad. Lowly needs to Finn, relax. Finn, it's fine. Don't go to the busy place, though. Don't forget, weren't you the one that just said you had the bad PC as well? So you need people to drive with, but you shouldn't go to where everyone is. Because that's bad. For your PC. Ban, yes. 328? That's far up in the list now. Sadly. 328. What and how many of your bans get appealed? Varies. It all depends. Like if I banned a lot of people during this stream because for some reason every report back to back had someone getting banned, then statistically, I'd have a few more appeals from that. But if not every report gets a ban, then not every ban gets an appeal.
I mean, where is your truck? Also, Twitch YouTube kick.
I'm still in Ostersund, I think. Where we were last time. Hello, Penguin, welcome in. This one's in the floor, because they have a different size garage. Garage. That's better. Oh, I think we are where we tried to drive yesterday, so I think we'll try and stay that tomorrow as well. Hometown. IRL. What, hold on a minute. What? I'm not actually there, IRL. In game, I'm there. Not funny at all, so anything's wrong. Relax. It's fine. Hello, Potato. Yes. Hold on a minute. Hey. Moist? Yeah. Yep. Which company? The quarry type one. That's out of the city somewhere. Nice. Not the prime, totally not you. Yeah. Same thing, show the map and I'll take a look. Well, this one, because I'm spectating this person here. Duthberg. This was them, not turning around the corner properly. There aren't any yield signs, I notice. And there's no marked line to show that you technically should stop there, but why would you just drive out like that? You weren't even indicating left, were you? Yes, please. One in how many bans get appealed? Yes, because I can't give you a number. Reports that don't get banned don't get appeals. Yes. I know how that sounds like it doesn't make sense, but it does. I'll explain in a minute. I'll explain in a minute. Hold on a minute. I mean, if we're looking through all these game reports, and then not every report leads to a ban, statistically that means there'll be less appeals than if every report resulted in a ban. That kind of thing. I'm not just going to tell you, oh yes, 30. Because that may not be day to day. Yield to cars on the right. Ah. And I guess you could also say that this one appears to be more of a main road because it has markings on it, but then again, certain roads don't have markings anyway. Okay, working exactly. Every pending appeal right now is mine. No. Oh, Kachak's name was tagged in chat. That means he's nearby. That means he's around here somewhere. And that means his fans are as well. As for where I am, here. Nordic, whatever the thingy. Because I took the job, which was rather funny. We drove in here, took the job, and I wanted to go out this way. And the moment I was driving out of the way, I lost connection for, I think, the second or third time last time. And then when I loaded back in, it saved me back here somewhere, so I didn't do that. Or I was at the end of the road, but it didn't discover the previous bit. Weird, I know. So, his fans, yes. Why no Honnings? Because, well, we're eventually working our way up that way. Not immediately. See, you go around the entire roundabout, I guess, with a longer trailer as well. You just have to be careful. Touch grass, nice. Hello, Bakir, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Good start. Gibba. Okay. Is your steering device broken? First one wasn't really you because you were going around someone else, but what was that? This as well. We all do this in single player, or all have done this in single player, but don't do it here. having a stroke. Well, I should hope not. That's very dangerous. In Sweden, there's also a grey zone in the rulebook. Wider road equals primary road. No yielding. That's why you see roads with a lot of traffic but no signs. Oh. Hard to count the bands. No. We do. The bands and things are counted. I'm just not telling you the number. The exact number. Various things we don't just tell you. And I think you said how many bans lead to appeals or something. It's different day to day. So there wouldn't be a specific number anyway. It varies. Like you may get a few more at the weekend because more people are playing. Potentially. Okay, nothing else happened after that, but like that was a willing swerve to the left there, just going to the right and then woof, like that. There we go. And then we very badly try to line ourselves up, ignoring the rest of the road there. Good job, good job, good job, good job. I mean, the one that happened at the very beginning of the report wasn't even them, because this one was in their lane now, and I kind of bonked past them.
Browse another month, another sub-streak punk. Peepo stop.
So it's just that. Gears 75, welcome in. Slapping with the 2 week string driving. Damn right, Juice. You should join the team, man. You're so knowledgeable. See, that I'm not too sure what happened there. Were they tabbed out? Were they typing? I appreciate the 75. God damn, hope you will. I assume something happened because they're not immediately... I'm not sure. Yakutsk. It'd be cool if that was added in-game. It would have to be... I think that would more likely be added as a pro mods area, and they'd add a lot of snow and a lot of, you know... Like how some of the roads in Iceland, you kind of drive into the snow a bit, so you can't really see where your wheels are. Something like that. If you're drunk but can drive safe, then feel free to drive. Mainly because it's a game. You're not going to get arrested. You're definitely not going to kill someone in the game. But it's still a good habit. He also may have been sarcastic. Now, it doesn't literally mention in the rules that you cannot drink and drive, but if you are not in control of your vehicle, you can get banned for that. Because it's reckless. If every literal scenario were written, the rule page would be about 10 times longer than it already is. And people don't even read it now, so they're definitely not going to read that. Look at this. This is the... Damn. The big meeting ground. It's really hard to drive there. Yeah, I'm sure not many people do drive there. It's very hard to survive there. King doesn't say yes to do it. Shame. Don't worry about that. Robbie, welcome in. How we doing? I don't know why there was no sound for that raid. Hope you're well. Easy if you copy it. Or tab complete. And maybe that's why. Oh, it's because you probably can't send the links in chat, folk. Why are you doing it in that chat? One person. No, I think I have it sent to every. Doesn't matter. Still one person that chose to come in. I appreciate that. Hope it went well. Please try. Oh yeah? Because then I'll be angry. Whoa, because it's a Joel related emote, is it? What exactly was the problem here? Hey, there's the 105. The string didn't break. Nice. What was the problem though? Oh yeah, there is a police truck. There he is. I'll have to have a look at who that is. What was the problem with that? What problem? Exactly. How the car's built? Like tanks, it seems. Nothing ever happens. Does it show it here? It doesn't show it in the chat. I'll have to tap out and look at it. Wait a minute. Are they still there? No. But you can see how many is still here, because they're just parked everywhere. And they all have their own chats. Coyote. That's who has the admin vehicle. It's only on the Scania for now, I think. I don't know if they're going to bother adding it to others. Scania's best. Scania's superior. No, it doesn't show it there. And of course it doesn't show it there. Shame. What is the emote then? Just show the emote. Ah, there we go. We can be friends. You can still drive with people without being friends with them. I'm stupid. Yeah, we should add that one. Yeah, that'd be funny. Specifically because it's named that. Are there any other silly ones that we can just rename? M&D would absolutely not like it. But then, ironically, he would spam it more. He would spam it more. So... That's just how the pattern is. Well, petrol station, this is outside the CD road. So where you turn to go onto the CD road here, this is if you continue onwards, but you're here. You'd have to turn around this one, but they park up here. It's so they don't go into Calais because it's too busy. Not park next to me and ugly? I'll not go and have a look at it till tomorrow then. Can I pause the game? Yeah, sure, let me just do that. Everyone is now not allowed to move. Yeah. Okay. And on the other end of the road, instead of going to Duisburg, a lot of people end up in Dusseldorf because it doesn't have a service, but it's still close enough where you can do a U-turn and you can kind of gather with people. There's a nice parking area. But this is so busy to the point where people have put extra signs down. This one is here. This one. So Calais there, end of the CD road is there, and they are here. Some of them also go all the way to Lille and then back again. Because it's a pain to get in and out of Calais, so they don't like that. I think this would become extremely good if there were a service station icon here. I don't know why they would put one here, but it would be funny if there was one here. Then you wouldn't need Calais. Wouldn't need it. Hello, Killer, we're a big fan. Can I edit your points to 500k? No, you'll have to gamble your way up to 500. Try it. Try going to 500. Do it. See, this one is just outside that fuel station. I'm not going to just give you points, man. It's too easy. Why would I do that? $90. We're having some really high numbers in here now. Ooh, quite a lot. Responsible people don't do gamble all because they know there is a chance of losing all of it. So, you know, like Bix just did. Like a stupid person, he lost all of it. And going this way leads to the train line to go over to the UK. Oh, Lisa, how you doing? WW, how you doing? Big fan, big fan. Hold on a minute. Welcome in. Good, I'm doing well, I'm doing well. Can I do... ever sleep? What do you mean, do I ever sleep? Yes, I do, actually. I should ask that question to you. I don't have a shout-out clip, don't worry, I don't like that. Go follow! Go follow. They're a friend of a friend. They yap a lot. They drink a fair bit. Pretty good. Look at this. I do not like shout-out clips. Just personal preference. They drink. Yeah, they do a lot. They have my follow. You're welcome. Yeah, our main recent interaction was when playing that Super Battle Golf game. That was fun. And this is also one of those where when they start laughing and sort of screaming, they kind of don't stop. And not in an annoying way. It's a funny way. And then someone just ends up laughing because they're laughing more, and it just never ends, you know? It just never ends. This... Nothing happened. Nothing happened here. Have you had some good sleep? I should hope so. I keep telling that to Ashley as well. I sleep fine, don't worry about me. It's 6 PM here. We're totally fine. Something did happen. I blinked and I missed it, yeah. A sixth of the way... Shut up. What do you mean a sixth of the way through? Am I supposed to guess that? It's about here. What happened exactly? What we're doing is looking through what bad people do in this game, so all of these moving vehicles are people, and I have to judge whether they're actually doing something bad or not. And then they get punished if they do. Trying to make you watch the report again? You sly dog, you. No, nothing happened. Nothing happened, man. I thought that this, maybe? Okay, yes, actually, something did happen there. But... yeah, okay, I guess. That's halfway through. What do you mean a sixth of the way? That's halfway through. 1/2 of the way through. You silly man. Cool. Yeah, of course we do miss stuff, but that's why I prefer reports, because then I can just rewind as many times as I want. It's about a sixth. Maths. Maths, my man. You need more maths. Halfway to sixth. No, I don't think it is. Why is it 15? It's getting warmer indoors, so I'm going to have to start... It's almost that time of year where I start telling you how warm it is indoors every time. Because I love doing that. We're fine here for now. Need robots? No, we do not. No, we've gone over this before. I don't think even if you gave it every possible example that can happen in this game, it's still gonna be confused when it encounters something else. Context. Robots and AI stuff don't do context. They don't like that stuff. It's horrific. It is. It's empty. Shh, it's empty. Will the AI know that this is only because the person has only just spawned into the game and the other people haven't appeared yet? Give it a moment, they'll start popping in. Oh, there's a few. There we go. That's better. That's more like it. I think that's gave me so much depth to it. This is with a lot of simulator games. It's simulating around, obviously, just driving the truck anyway. If you ignore the multiplayer aspect, you're running a logistics thingy across Europe. There's an American version as well. And all we're doing here is you just play with other people. But, of course, when you have a massive multiplayer, you've got to have some form of moderation on it. Thank you, Rescue. Long time no see, Rescue. How you doing? So that's all this is. But it is a weird one to explain. Yeah, I compare this to the likes of 5M for GTA, kind of moderating that sort of thing. Roleplay servers and that sort of thing. There's no, like, immediate explanation that someone will go, oh, yeah, of course. But, I mean, I guess if they, you know, studied it... Are you stuck? No. Studied it for a bit, then maybe. Okay. This is picky. This is picky. Because they didn't move forward a little bit. Someone thought they were blocking that road. Yeah. Because they didn't move forward. Not a bad thing. That's fine. Hello, folk. Never handed them out of the lag. My eyes have adjusted. Like, someone spawns in and they see that I'm on like 14 FPS right now and they think, oh, you can't play with that. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Damn right I can. Why is it 10 channel points? Because nothing happens other than a sound. That's it. It's not a disruptive thing. It's okay. It's just high. That's all. Edward, you have a question. What's your question?
Huh?
What's up? I don't want to have too many channel point things because then it gets a bit excessive. Long queue going out. This is fine. This is okay. Traffic is alright. Traffic jam is not alright. And end the stream redemption. The price of that would have to be based on how many points someone has right now. I think there are a lot of people in this channel that have several 100,000 points, right? So it would have to be maybe 1 million. Or something like that, you know? Because then I could set it up to automatically just end. Like, that's it. Imagine if it was, say, like 1 million points, and then when someone redeemed it, the screen went blank, and then some text on the screen just said, so-and-so redeemed end stream, goodbye. And that's it. That'd be hilarious. Fewer people on, what do you mean TPMP? ATS, you mean? ATS has fewer people. A popular gas station? I know. Is this contact info? Yes. This at this guy, he's very bad. This is Duisburg, yes. As for what happened, this is just the jam of people getting out of it. This place is a hotspot, so that's it. They were naughty. Yeah, I'm completely used to this game at its worst being about 10 FPS. It's a bit annoying, like it takes me a while for my mouse to move and, you know. This game is still perfectly playable at low frame rates. It's totally fine. It's not like shooter games, where you definitely need all the frames you can get. Like Valorant, you know, Alyssa plays Valorant quite a bit. Can't play that at 10 FPS, can you? You could, but I don't think you'd win. I wonder if the logo is an American truck. That is true. I don't really know why it is an American-shaped truck. Maybe because the European box one isn't as recognizable, maybe? It could look like a van. 50! GPU is doing good. What have you got? What GPU have you got? As long as you don't have 40 FPS behind someone with 2 FPS. Yes, or someone that has really bad internet from Australia. Yeah. 500, 7, I'd be amazed if you get 500 in Duisburg. Oh, 5080. Damn. Horse. Yes. Or just someone draw the logo in paint and that's the logo. Just recreate it in paint. Take shots to Storm. No, I said bad internet and from Australia. Australians already have quite a high ping. But that's the worst of the worst scenario, you know. This isn't going to work. Why do people do that? You're already at full speed. And then they have no other choice but to do that. Okay. I had a feeling that was going to happen. And then slam the brakes. They don't care about the one they're overtaking, but they don't want to hit the one in front. Because that's completely different. I don't want to do that. No, why would I do that? I don't want to get banned or anything. Come on now. Come on now. Nice. From what thank you, Minnie. From what I mentioned earlier, this is probably the only corner where you have to significantly slow down. The rest of them are fairly gradual. You have a question? Go on. Proceed. Leon, welcome in. Dino. What type of dino? Ever encountered someone aiming to get banned on your stream? I think one of the most recent examples is when I was driving around and we had Saba, who has various different names that he uses. He got salty about some conspiracy thing that TMP is bad and blah 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 blah. In one of the driving about ones, he headed straight into me. I don't know if he knew he was going to get banned for doing that. Maybe he thought, oh, just because it's on stream, he's not going to get banned. That's an example. For reports, though, how would I know if they're truly aiming to get banned by me? In general, you can have someone weaving and hitting every person. That's obviously a ban. But trying to find in stream bots? No, there's a reason it's not there. No, don't worry about that. I wouldn't want you to clip it. Yeah, stream sniping, but it would only really happen for driving ones because... Oh, hello. They're here again. It's common in driving ones, I think, because they realise I can't really do much. Can't do as much. But maybe a few times. That's mean. Stream's not the reports yet. So the next report I'm going to claim, I want to see you in that location. During the report. Ready? Where are you, man? Come on. Where you at? This is maybe a minute or so in the past. You'll cause the report. Well, that's a good way to do it, yes. That does count. But a rules question. If you're going through the speed limit, so weaving through traffic on a highway, you overtake without checking your mirrors, hit someone's truck with your trailer. That sounds like the worst case scenario. Could you argue they had a chance to avoid the collision by turning away from your trailer? Checking mirrors, hit someone's truck with your trailer. No, they wouldn't, or no. I mean, technically speaking, if someone had a reaction time that was really, really good, I guess they could try and swerve away from you, but you already merged in front of them really badly. Right? There's a whole other crash going on there. You've described 99% of what happens on here. Someone overtakes and they don't look in the mirrors and they misjudge the distance, and then sure enough they cut someone off. Why would you then blame the one that got cut off? No. I'm hoping that is a hypothetical scenario. It should be. Here we go. You better start slowing down now. Slow down. Slow down. Pee. Pee pee poo poo. Is that a command? You want me to do it on command? What's up? Nice. Nice. Hello Ashley, how are we doing? Lovely to see you. Ah. There we go, yes. Woves chess. Woves this, woves that. Off day. Alive eating. I'm glad. That helps. The videos are doing well. I'm glad to see that. Hold on a minute. Wait. Did I just see? Was that a glitch? Or are you? Oh, you're cheating. Yes. It wasn't a glitch. This person's going above the speed limit. I want to arrest them. Serena, no, it's both. It's both. It's both. It's your content. It's good content. Anything. What, that helps. Like, yeah, I'll take a bit of credit. But I mean, come on now. 120, 130. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. Steady. Yes, I link them in my Discord as well, by the way. It doesn't add the thousands of views, I know, but I like to link it to people to show what I work on. Try this one. Good. I gave you some hints, some suggestions. Check it out. They're good videos. Damn right they better be good videos, because, you know, I work on them. speed hack. That's not really an overtaking because people go through the fuel station anyway with the sole purpose of doing that. That was a bit quick though. Do they do it again? Yes. That's not downhill. Ooh, it's close. Keep doing it. No, Trials is good, yeah, because it gets new people onto it and it gets views on it in advance. Then you can share it with other people. All of mine that I post, and there's a few hundred, they're all in Trials and they will remain in Trials because I don't really want to spam other people with stupid stuff like this. I'm sure I have some good videos somewhere, but you know. Online media. What are you looking at? Oh yeah, that's a great one. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for that. Clip the bit where it's my account saying hello friends. No, I don't know how that algorithms work. They're all different on different platforms. That's fine. That's fine, but I'm glad they have some interaction to them. The main thing is just keep them going. Don't post them like each day because then you'll run out of content soon. But, you know, more and more and more and then it'll be fine. Yeah, that's a nice piece of art, folk. Very nice. 1914. What, ID 1914? Didn't you say that about 20 minutes ago as well? I'm not stream. Well, no, then where's the content coming from? Come on now, where's the content come from? Could be old clips, but then what if we run out of old clips? What happens then? You have a lot of good clips. I clip a lot from your stream and I need to go through those. What should you cook for dinner? What did you have yesterday? Have people miss you until you make a big comeback? That does work. In a way, that does work. Are you inspired by Chai's comeback? I know he had a reason to not be streaming because he was doing a whole bunch of other things, but his comeback was good. Is that what we want to do? Really? That's one example. Don't just disappear for all kinds of whatever reasons and then, you know, do that. Same Convoy. We're not playing on Convoy. We're on TruckersMP. Disappearing is fun. No, it isn't. Why would you say that? I don't like the way you're saying that. Chain go faster? That is faster. A few years back, that was changed. This thing used to be really slow. See, look at that. What was that? 30 seconds? Hey, is 30 seconds too long for some people now? And then he's out of the way. Had meatballs, you want your opinion? Well, I don't know. What? It depends on what you have in your fridge. You know, depends on what you have available. Is there anything that's nearly expired? Shouldn't really be that malicious with it. Every 30 seconds? Whoa. Make it like 10 times longer. Proper freight train. Yes. What was that?
Huh?
That one I'll forgive because they hit the gate. I saw that. There's a bit of a hitbox around the gate. Even if you're a bit too close, you might hit it. Oh, the IKEA meatballs, of course, a delicacy. No recording on account. No, it'd be too famous, I think. Do you remember when Darwin used to play? I think he was on his main account as well. And the same thing now happens with Ketchak as well. Because his fans just swarm him. And if I could understand what he was saying on his streams, I hope sometimes he says to tell people to kind of behave because they're representing him, you know? Doesn't have to, but it'd be nice. Darwin and Warren, yes. He used to also make, when we had events and such, he used to attend them and make sort of cinematic videos for them. I don't know what he's doing now. You saw Tony's today. Interesting. But how do you know it's the real one? Unless people know what his actual account ID is. In other games, you have no idea because it's just the name. Here, there's an account ID. Like in Kachak case, his ID is very low. It's like a 10k, 6k, something like that. It's a very low ID. All of his copycats have in the millions. Big distinction. Big difference. Not even sure he uses it anymore. Interesting. Short names on TP are rare. Yes, unless you can think of a really good random word that has maybe 4 letters, you can try. It was the Tony. Interesting. I don't really. I don't even think. Maybe once or twice I've actually seen the name. What should you cook? I don't think I actually said anything to cook. I said, "What do you have any leftovers, Windmill? Do you have anything that needs to be consumed soon, otherwise it might go bad?" You know. Or if you pick maybe 3 things that could be interesting and then spin the wheel. If you can't choose, make something else choose. I know that's why you're asking me. But, you know. What was the collision bit? Please don't tell me it was that. That was a bonk. That was a tap. That was a peck. A nudge. Wow. That maybe it was that. Because there is nothing else that happened here, and they've been behind the same one the entire time. So What's the point of not seeing who you banned? Because they just hit the fence. Nice. For safety of the person, I guess. Privacy reasons. Privacy. The suspect is the one being focused on. Everyone else is enabled as player. That's it. GDPR probably kicks in as well, yes. GDPR is quite useful. I've gotten used to this limitation now. We're completely used to it. It's fine. It was a bit annoying when the feature first got added. I can't see people's tags and such. But it's alright. I think you'd rather have something like that than not, because it is used for a lot of things. Make a steak. You know what? Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Share some with chat. In-game IDs. It could, but then I think there's a thing of you could then do P info or whatever in game. GDPR, I know it. Fantastic plan, eh? Is there an account called GDPR? Look at them all. Look at them all go. I don't know if Ashley is still lurking as well. In some of the many things I said, I think I mentioned about YouTube. YouTube thumbnails for shorts. I only found out, I think last year or year before, that you can actually change those thumbnails. I had no idea. Back in my day, you used to be able to upload custom thumbnails for shorts. Weird. Huh? Just of things for you to go through. Because when you mentioned the trials and such. Check your thumbnails. I was gonge. Check YouTube thumbnails. Because you can change those. You can't change TikTok ones. So you have to pick a very good frame. Well, I think you can actually on TikTok. I think in the first 7 days you can sort of edit the video. After that, you can't. Just make sure it's good. The face of YouTube style? Yeah. Are you sure about that? Well, I think there's only been one on there so far, so just to keep in mind. Just to keep in mind, right? 5 years. 3 years. Damn. Yeah, the hashtags thing is weird. I just have a series of hashtags I copy paste anyway, but then there have been some times where I've forgotten to copy paste them and the video has none and it does really well. It's the content that matters. It just so happens it's the content, that's it. I still do use a few because then they can be linked back to you. Like, there's that selfish sort of thing of using my name as one of the hashtags, so that I can now see the total amount of views, because TikTok does not show total views. Unless you're looking at your own stats. So, Serena, it's both of you! It's both of you! There are some of the shorts, by the way, where she appears a lot more than you because she was talking a lot more, but still, it's still your short. German Academy's doing well? I should hope so. Report was claimed by someone. Do you mean in-game minion or on the website? Shouldn't take too long on either one. If it's on the website, it shouldn't take too long. At most, maybe a day or two. I'm not sure why someone would have it claimed for that long. It could be relating to another band. 2.1k, damn. Still a lot more long forms I want to work on. I like... There's this kind of opposing thing that's going on now where I like having plenty of things to work on, lots of different types of content besides my own, but then I end up procrastinating and get none of it done. Whoops. That's just how I end up doing my stuff, you know. So I have several long forms to do, a lot of my shorts to do, a lot of other people's shorts to do, another long form for someone else to do. But it's fun. Because, you know. And I guess this once again repeats to people asking for any game that someone plays a lot of, how do you not burn out from it? Number one, don't play a lot of it. Number two, play something else. Do something else. If I was only looking at content from this game, good lord, I'd be bored. There can be good content from this game, but I want to look at something else. I have streamer friends and other friends that are far more entertaining and funny than I am. I want to look at their content. It's nice to work on their content as well. So that's a great way to help. What's your opinion on the layout in Calais? Calais is fine. I understand the confusion on having to go all the way around, but it prevents the garage traffic and service traffic from smashing into each other or cutting across each other. Has to be good, yes. Some videos I can definitely like shout out as of recently, as Salvatore, I think his name is, as Salvatore or something. He makes sort of hypothetical videos to some degree, sort of storytelling sort of thing, discussion based on like where the game's going, that sort of stuff. Those videos are good. From ETS2 and ATS, generally SCS stuff. This one is because they didn't change. I didn't look when they changed name. I did see the DLSS. Yes, slop. That's what it is. It's slop. DLSS is a very nice feature, but did they have to add the AI like enhancement sort of crap where it changes the person's face? You don't need that. Just make people be able to play smoothly on, if they're playing on 720p, make it good if they're playing on 1080p. That's it. Just frame generation, that kind of thing. Not AI generation, just frame generation. It's just slop. A lot of memes came from it though, which was rather funny. Okay, this is partial. I'm not going to ban either one because I think they noticed at the last second. But why are you accelerating to try and squeeze through that gap? Even if the person realized at the last second, that's what would happen. I think in some games I've tried DLSS. I'm not at a point where any game runs really badly to the point where I need it. But there are a lot of scenarios where people will definitely need to use it. Or benefit from using it. And what's AMD's version? Is that not the fidelity thing? AMD has a version of it as well. don't they? Where you can sort of upscale from a lower resolution. That's like, yeah, they basically work the same way. And then you got the RTX stuff as well. It'd be funny if you play with DLSS, but you also have RTX features on. That's probably a way that people do it. That was close. Fidelity FX. That's the one, yeah. Good. We loaded in. A GT 730. Back in my day, I remember using that one. I remember that one. City. That one was Calais. This one is now Duisburg. Duisburg. We're at the other end now. And I guess because Killer will redeem that, I'm now going to hands off keyboard, not touching it. 1660, that should be fine. Aren't they kind of phasing out those cards? I mean, I know they were phased out a little while back, but it was made as a kind of intermediate between 1080 and 2080. Now, of course, they don't do that. Where are you going? GTX, yes. RTX was introduced with the 20 series, I think. Sparks, my man, is returning to raid. Oh my god. Welcome in. Flower, welcome in. It's very kind. His time zone has slightly changed, so now not only is he able to be on at the same time I am, but you actually are able to raid. I think that's the first one. Right after you said, my man. That was a short stream then. Because you started streaming when I started streaming. What happened? Welcome in, Raiders. We're playing ETS 2. Welcome to the crew. Similar to what Sparks does, Sparks is mainly a farm sim, snow runner, that kind of stuff. ETS is mainly the thing that we're doing here. What we're doing is looking at bad people on ETS 2, like that. And, yeah. Punishing them if needed. Q&A with the devs? What do you mean a Q&A? I know you did the community drive thing. So you did it on your stream. I'll have to rewatch that. That's interesting. Because I know they do short streams as well. Who did you have then? Who are you talking to? So there's this, which was just hilarious. Then did they hit the same one? OBS is struggling. That was weird. That didn't happen in game. What was that? But it was this. Okay. Threw a bunch of questions at them. That's a really cool thing to do. I didn't know people could do that. Ah. Community questions. It's probably things they've heard before, but it's very interesting to have those sort of things. You would make a good host with that. I won't have to go and watch that back. I'm just thinking of that. That's what it would be. First. Very good, very good. Well, I hope it went well. It'd be cool to have them do... Yeah, it's kind of an inverse of the community convoy. So the community convoy, they have the member joining them and they ask them questions. And then in his case, he did other way around. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I like that. And I hope your audience enjoyed it. Hope they enjoyed it. A budget PC. Well, I think the 16 series was added as kind of a budget thing. Melodies is in chat. Crashed and total discharge. Yeah, that's part of the bit. That's all. That's you know that's what happens. Every SCS drive ends with a crash in some sense, you know. I'm glad they enjoyed it. Lovely. Well, now I appreciate dropping you people off here. We won't be on for a hell of a lot longer, but that's all right. Go and rest up. Go do your post-stream stuff. Appreciate that. They do a really good job. They're just really chill to talk to. A lot of devs and such, you don't really hear about them. You don't really talk to them. It's always the maybe the community manager you see a funny tweet from sometimes. But, you know, SES is all there, all on the front line. They play this game as well. Devs that play their own game. Who'd have thought? We're here again. Just get me out of this place, man. So my OBS doesn't die. Good job. Oh, the chat is catching up. Slowly catching up. So yeah, what you'll see in a lot of these reports is basically the same few places, because for some reason, despite having a map of most of Europe, a lot of it is absolutely deserted. People don't go there. They go here, because this is where all the stuff happens. And oh my god, people crash into each other. Whoa! Yeah. Too much content. Could be age. What's the abbreviation of age? What game are you on about?
Ow.
Alright. Ah. I see. Hello, Storm. Welcome in. How you doing? Oh, Helldivers. Yes. Answer was a bit too vanilla for your suspicious mind. They may have 10 years experience and all, but they started on the wrong side of the bloody country and now they're running into a problem. For ATS, yes. Because I've seen, again, we were just talking about Salvatore, who does ATS videos. And they were talking about the struggle of the map scale, yes. But doing it this side means they save a bit of time. Like, they've now gone to try Canada to try and buy them a bit of time. Stuff like that. I'm sure they'll figure something out. Hopefully. We still have a few more states in the works. You hit a spy on me, Adrian, only if you're a bad driver. If you're not a bad driver, you've got nothing to worry about. Not a problem. Put you in a cross for saying the balance of the game is bad. But people can have their own opinions of it. It's not like you... Well, I mean, maybe some games people are absolutely crucified for having a differing opinion. We were also talking about for this game how this particular version is probably the first one ever, if not in a very long time, where there's been a lot more disliking a particular feature. Most features in the game, even if you don't really use the feature, it's like, yeah, hell yeah, sure. Cool feature, bit more quality of life stuff, tuning for this and this and this. But the UI is weird now. So people are like, ooh, I don't like that. Bring it back. So I'm sure that maybe have been a comment and such that was made on Sparks' stream. If he was getting like live comments anyway. It's all that. Too fast. Normal plates. Trying to think of what questions we would have. It'd be a lot. Hello. Right. Single player? Yes. AI does questions right about. One pig. I saw that as well. Someone had that in Calais and I did a video on that. And that was a rather weird save to see. Wasn't founded on the West Coast? No, indeed, it was the East Coast. Would have been recognized. Yeah, I wonder what the scaling would have been of it, because if you have the states, at least in the top, the northeast corner, they're already small, even in real world scale. So when you go down to this scale, not much there. What's wrong with the pig? Nothing wrong with the pig, just the fact that there's one pig. Then can you miss it? You could drive through the state in the equivalent of driving through a city in this game. Like the whole scale and compared to other games where, you know, 10 miles away. In this game, that's down the road. In other games, that's like actually quite a distance away. So. I don't know why this is not in California. No. Just a random choice. It's one of the most popular states, I guess. Why not? How do you get Tesla? These are currently what is known as the alternate vehicle. You can get these every month or so on TMP, the same way you buy a normal Skoda. They will appear at the beginning of any truck dealer list. There is also another one, but you have to be a patron of TMP to unlock it. 1537. I don't know the ID of this person. This is just in a report. How much? I think only 10k in game. It's very cheap in game. Cheapest truck is about 100k. It's always in the news. No, that's Florida. Well, yeah, California in some ways. Florida man. That's always in the news. There's a fun thing you can do if anyone hasn't done it yet. Look up Florida man and then the year that you were born or the date that you were born. And there's probably going to be some sort of news article from that. Because just so much stuff happens in Florida. Are they not sure where they want to go, or are they waiting for their friend? That was an absolute bait. Do you see that? Little whoa. Like whoa. Made them freak out. GTA, yes. Specifically LA, that's it. When you get down from the west coast and you pass Chumash and then you enter the main bit where the offices are and such, I know where I am now. Almost there, Gez. Almost. Nice. There's this, where they were bouncing around everywhere. I'm assuming maybe they were alt-tabbed or doing something else.
I done what you suggested and got Florida man and New York man sentenced for aiding and abetting an attempt to bring aliens to the United States.
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. What the hell? For a news article? But yeah, that doesn't surprise me. And the New York man, though. That is a sudden twist that I didn't think about. That's interesting. Yeah, it's in the US, of course it is, because Florida man. But okay, hold on. No, not surprising for the New York, because you hear the Florida man, maybe someone from LA, that was thing. You don't really hear like bad people coming out of New York, maybe a certain area of New York. At least I don't. I don't hear it much. We discovered why you never tab out of ETS2 without pausing, because your truck, even with lane assist, cruise control will come possessed and fall off into a cliff in the English Channel, even if it's near Hanover. Yes! Well, what I suggest doing is, regardless of what mechanisms you have enabled, don't tab out while moving. That's just a good idea. Even if you do it really quickly. That one is... I mean, the bit at the end was a bit of a weird... Some of the outcomes for these reports for me would have been, where's your one streak? I don't know. Did you miss when the stream died yesterday? And did it lose it all entirely? That sucks if it did. I hope Sammy's streak is okay. I think it is. I think they have the highest streak. Blocking. No, you're not blocking. No, it's not in single player. There's a safe zone. You're fine. You're totally fine. Florida man, well, he's got an alligator. The person on the train isn't blocking. You can move. I'm pressing C because that's my chat key in Minecraft. You can move. It's all right. It's all right. There we go. It's all right. They were confused. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, but maybe they knew. Maybe it's their first job. Who knows? But are you now stuck on... Oh, no, you're not. Like, they might have been their first time playing, and of course in single player, you know. Don't mock the person. What the hell are you all about? Chat, you meant to be nicer than that. With the flip. Oh, we're overworking now. I'll do, maybe a few more. That's nice. We should be. Racing, welcome in. This one just came in. They didn't know, it's fine, you know. All of us have several whatever of experience in this game. You gotta be nice to new people sometimes. Sometimes. This was spawning in, right? What's the problem there? Just because they went straight through? Yeah, probably someone saw that. No. How do they load the lorries on the channel train? There is a specific wagon that is essentially one wagon that you see with that mesh on it. 1 or 2 lorries per wagon on the train. So the train is much longer. The one for passengers, of course, in the normal cars is the 2-story where you go you drive all the way through it. For lorries, it's a lot simpler than that. Don't you do it as well? And then we've got someone over there. Ooh, and we smush like that. Good job. That was deserved, because you showed no sign of braking. At all. Good job. Banned due to lag with no evidence. If you were banned recently, like maybe within the last hour, and it was an in-game ban, there's a chance the person hasn't sorted the footage yet. Like everyone I've banned during today's session, they do not have a video yet. So they'll probably be screaming in their appeal to me. Too bad. They'll have to wait. It will take maybe a day. Not even a day sometimes. Sort out all the videos, put the videos there, respond to appeals, and so on. That's all it is, that's it. Check it, there, he's there, yeah. Oh. I don't want to find where his vehicle is though. Does it matter where he is? No, it doesn't matter where he is. He's usually driving a Volvo or a Mercedes that looks pretty clean. It's sort of just a plain white. That sort of thing. Because I'm used to seeing this vehicle like that. There's so much going on. Which one do I look at? Already reported, of course. I don't know if all of these instances are going to be in the same render distance. They might be. 623? 623 is a bit further back now. Just gather some ideas of who to raid off this. I have one idea. Someone that still shouldn't be on. Watching these videos makes you cringe so much, validates why you stop playing TMP. It is unfortunate. What you're seeing is essentially a curated list of the bad stuff. So it's just bad. Like, why are they doing that? Really stupid. I get it. And then if you go somewhere else, you won't see as many people. Oh, that's why that happened. Okay. Hey, and they were flying. Okay. That wasn't their fault then. The one over here, something happens over here. What was it? Welcome in, by the way, big fan. That was a light tap of the barrier there. I thought it would be caused by that one because they swerved out their lane a bit. But no. That was... I think they acknowledged that because they immediately started slowing down. The barriers, they are a bit scary. That's why you're supposed to be close-ish, but not hugging them. Scratching your paint off on them. You know, you're not supposed to do that. At the bridge? That may not be in range. No. No, this one I'm sure just turn around the corner too quick. Yeah. Yeah. That's unfortunate. So everything is not that bad.
Huh?
And these two, they just froze. Yeah. Yeah. Lex, how you doing? Bonjour. Pikachu, like Pikachu, but with a T instead. Welcome in. Mosh, welcome in. Appreciate all the people joining. Does it kick you out of the game as soon as you press Alt F4? Some people, no. If you have good connection and a good game, yes, it should. Within at least 5 to 10 seconds. Some people's games, I think it can be sort of stuck on closing. So for you, it's stopped, but it's kind of still there, sort of in the background, frozen. Hey, how we doing? You got the DVD from when it first came out. You were able to use it on a standard laptop, but after every update it became more unplayable. It is mostly digital now. You'd have to get a copy of the game on Steam. There is a sale starting very soon. If you were to pick it up, it is quite cheap. There. And then that is the version that works with TruckersMP as well. I believe the disc version wouldn't work because it's considered offline. You'd need the Steam version for that. 8 minutes, shame. Shame. Alright, not too bad. Good-ish. Handful of things to sort through after this. All the people's evidences. Oh, of course you did that. It's like I was waiting for it. Fork. Fine. I can already imagine that some of the people have already appealed, begging for their video, because it's not there just yet. Kept it for nothing. Well, no, it's a souvenir. You bought it on disc when it came out. People should be cherishing buying things on discs, because, you know, from a time gone by. I still have. I need to find them. The SimCity game, which was kind of the good precursor to City Skylines, and Train Sim, whatever the hell it was called at that time, back in like 2012. I have those on disc. Link them the VOD. SimCity, the one that was on EA by Maxis or whatever it's called. It looked really good. It was cool. It was cool. But now, of course, it's a purely like online slop. If it's even still available. Because, you know, it's EA. I think EA bought them out. Or something like that, that's why. But reporting that no one has looked at it in-game. In-game, it is likely to time out after a while. Promos? Maybe sometime again. That was another crash. And then we're going to change lane. Why are you changing lane? The person is next to you. This is understandable to be annoyed at. When you see this, you'd be annoyed at and you think, how does that happen? Oh my god. I completely get it. It's not over yet, so I can't click anything. So the report hasn't finished yet. Now it has, right. here. You are approaching this person and you're overtaking them, and then here you start the merge. What are you expecting to happen? They're not going to move over and like obey your command just by changing lane. What was the point? It doesn't make sense. What were you hoping? Love SimCity? SimCity was pretty damn good, yeah. I didn't play like several different versions of it, but I think that's definitely my entry into city building, that sort of thing. I've even been the first simulator type game I've played. Right, there was something else. There's more than one thing in this report. 680. 680 is just above this, but this is the last report I'm doing for this session. What could be the reason behind being banned in game, but when you search the player, there's no red ribbon? Either it's not the right ID, or there's a chance that someone got banned, but then got unbanned shortly afterwards because the ban was incorrect. Potentially. What was that? Oh. Oh, I see the one behind, yes. Because the car. It's always the car. Ice Lake is doing a good job, yes. Have you seen the new DLCs? By the way, they're still updating, of course. They're still updating City Skylines 1. Which is nice. I know they haven't completely abandoned it. But it's nice that they're adding a few more DLCs and things to that. Have a stream in a raid? I do as well, and I've got them on my... still open on my phone. Yeah, the Brutalism one, yes. Lazy? Yes. Lazy is the option. She was the one. I don't know why they're still on. But, was it right? Hang on. Wasn't there another one? Was there another one? Well, the only time I can raid them is when they shouldn't be on anymore. But I don't know if they might be planning on wrapping a stream up soon. I'll leave it. So. But hey. Hold on. I just wanna just... Are we okay? Are we okay here? Well, a lot of people just driving towards each other and a cluster is forming, so I'm gonna... Okay, they're watching videos. Okay. Yeah, I get a bit of... I see that in the distance, I think, that's not gonna end well.